See, I was rarely debating on whether I should actually talk about this. Um, but I gotta say my 2 cents. A couple weeks ago now, Katie once again got into his feelings with another YouTuber, Pleasure of Winning, spoke about his whole entire career, say that his whole entire career has been not what everybody thinks it is. And you know how sensitive Katie is. Thoroughly remember, I think maybe when he was traded to the Suns, after he got traded to the Suns, I remember that he was not worried about his legacy, but something tells me that he's worried about his legacy. And everything that went on almost 2 weeks ago with that whole thing with Leisure Winning and whatever happened on Twitter tells me everything I need to know. And sadly enough, Katie, if he's listening, because apparently he likes to listen to everybody. Sadly enough, Katie, I wish he would come over here and say something. Shoot, we can meet somewhere out here in Phoenix peacefully. We can talk about this. We can hash this out. If he's so sensitive. But anyways, wishful thinking. The reality is, you have been on Oklahoma City. We're not counting that as a super team. That was a team that was basically built over 2 or 3 years with James Harden, Westbrook, him, Ibaka, at one point in time, Steven Adams, Reggie Jackson, all of the people that was on that team. Jeff Green. That was built naturally, like the Golden State Warriors. And then he decided, when we saw this, I saw this because I watched the whole entire series when they blew a 3-1 lead to Golden State. I saw him choke just as much as Westbrook choked. Like, people like to blame Westbrook for everything that has happened to either LeBron or KD, but not looking at these two players closely. That Game 7, I seen Game 6 and Game 7, I seen Durant turn over the ball so many times. He had butterfingers the whole entire time, it seems like. Like somebody really put grease or butter on his fingers, dropping the ball and everything. So he decides when the tough gets tough, I'm going to jump and do the easier option, go to Golden State and play with Steph, Draymond, and Clay. All right. You watered down the NBA by doing that. You watered it down, if it wasn't watered down already. But I always say, and this is for the Lestans out there, the stormtroopers of the Empire, I always say that KD made the worst move because Miami really wasn't all that good when LeBron went to Miami. Golden State just blew a 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals. They didn't really need him. I had to echo what Draymond Green said. They didn't really need KD at all. And it's more evident now after that fourth championship. But like I said, watered down the lead. We already know the two teams that was going to the freaking finals, Cleveland and Golden State. And at one point in time, you probably guessed that Golden State was going to win it all because Cleveland just wasn't on that level, especially after losing Kyrie Irving. LeBron can't do it all by himself, especially at his age at the time. And then you decided you got ran out of Golden State after you. Yeah, you got ran out of Golden State before you even got injured, tore your Achilles during that 2019 playoffs. You got ran out by Draymond. Also, you so influenced by the media, you decided, you're gonna join, Brooklyn Nets, go join Kyrie. That wasn't good enough because they actually had a good team. You had, Jared Allen? I think it is. That's on Cleveland now. LeVert, that's not on Cleveland too. You had a decent squad, but you traded all away, got rid of it all for one bearded, stripper chasing, Mongol slay James Harden. You failed 2021 season against the Bucks. And people can say whatever with that one. Giannis got Kyrie hurt. KD's foot wasn't so big. They would have won the game. All right, big deal. Whatever. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. We don't do that over here. So lots of shoulda, woulda, couldas. You come back the next year, you get swept by the Boston Celtics. Even though there was some drama going on with Kyrie, which I back him on that for. And then this past year, still more drama with Kyrie. No more James Harden, but you get Ben Simmons lackadaisical bum ass. And that fails once again. That just becomes just a bunch of garbage in itself. You get traded to the Suns. You're on a team with an aging Chris Paul and a Devin Booker who's really not a first option. You get past the... That's what people seem to forget. He got past the hurt Los Angeles Clippers. You know, there's no shooter with a cuz, but still, you got to look at what happened with the Clippers. No Kawhi Leonard. He does something to his knee all of a sudden. Paul George is in there because he hyperextended his knee. So not only leaves with Westbrook and a bunch of other role players. And then you play the Juggernaut and the Denver Nuggets, and you look pedestrian at best. I don't know if it's age catching up with y'all or just the Denver Nuggets just put that freaking pressure on your ass. Which I think they put that pressure on your ass, and also I think your ass is coming out of your prime anyway. And now you're on a team with Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, who hasn't played a full season. I don't know how long. He's been injury prone. And I think he turns 30. I think he just turned 30 now. So, your whole entire career, Katie, has been just with super teams. Just like LeBron. We always call it LeBron for it. But nah. Your whole career has been just with super teams. And then I forget that Golden State actually won a ring without you as well. So what Draymond said, I don't like Draymond like that, was right. They didn't need you. They got Andrew Wiggins. They had Jordan Poole at the time. They got Gary Payton II. Wilt Chamberlain's son or grandson on the team as well. Stephen Curry back to what we all know him as. Clay not as we know him as, but still enough to get past the Denver Nuggets. Will be a champion a year later. The rowdy guns and butter Memphis Grizzlies, and smoking past slow-witted Luka to end up beating one of the best defenses of this generation in the NBA in the Boston Celtics. While you continuously to find a way to get that third ring. And people say, KD's not a leader, but when is he going to be a leader? When is he going to be a leader? So at some point in time, KD has to take charge. This freaking going to the backroom beta ass crap ain't working for him anymore. He can't lead. And everybody said, of course he can't lead, but that's his problem. He has to be able to lead. Because who's going to lead this team now? Devin Booker? Oh, it's going to have to be Bradley Beal. There ain't no more Chris Paul. They got rid of Chris Paul, sent him to go to Washington via then to Golden State. Just the reality of it, man. And they keep trying to make these super teams. They keep trying to tell us that all these players are greater than the players of the past. But the players of the past didn't need to go on 4 or 5 teams chasing the ring. They played on 1 or 2 teams. They played on the team that we all know them for. And then they end up playing for a team, another team, towards the end of their career when they basically out of their prime. But they did most of their damage, made a name for themselves when they was on the team they was drafted by. or traded to eventually, whoever you want to say. But Charles Barkley is right. KD is not a bus driver, he's a bus rider. He's right. And these dudes are not very competitive. They always got to find the easy way out. And that's why, once again, I repeat myself, that's why everybody loves people like Giannis. I know Dame was trying to do that in Portland, but I don't think it's going to ever work. So that's why he requested a trade, of course. But you got to look at it. In my opinion, rings like Dirk's, Giannis, could say all of Kobe's, Steph's, they're all more meaningful than KD's two. Dirk's one and Giannis' one ring is more meaningful than anything. Because they had to stack the deck to win. Hakeem's 2 rings are more meaningful than KD's 2 rings. Hakeem, it was basically a low seed one year, and they still won it all. He had an Asian Clyde Drexler at one point in time, still won it all. But you had almost every NBA player a recent superstar or star, and you still fail. So what does that tell me? You ain't on the level of the players of the old, and you're not in my top 10. As much as I don't like LeBron, he's there in the top 10. Not high, but he's there. KD, I don't know if you're in the top 20 at this point, because there's a whole bunch of people I cannot put in front of. I mean, a whole bunch of people that I can put in front of you before I put you anywhere in the top 20. But I know the KD fans going to get mad at any feelings about it, but I don't care. But tell me what you guys think. But KD, you hear this. Come see me somewhere in Phoenix. We can talk about this in the cameras. We can talk about your whole career. You ain't going to bust me up talking about, oh, you're not in the NBA. Of course I'm not in the NBA. I know that. Of course I'm not on your level. So what else you got to tell me? What else you going to insult me with? Like some of these media pundits that like to insult YouTubers talking about basketball. What you going to insult me with? You got more money than me? Of course you got more money than me. You playing the kids game. But anyways, tell me what you guys think.